What's up, everyone? Welcome to opening day of the 2023 Washington State Rifle Blacktail deer season. It's just getting light, just shooting light just now. And it's me and Braden here with tags, and we got my dad and my little guy Porter as well with us. We're going to try and get a couple blacktails today, so pretty exciting. I'm going to get to glassing, see if we can't find a deer. I think my dad just found a deer. I think he's waving me over. Okay, got a deer. Where at? Watch out. This one? Let's keep checking here. Not rush it. You know, I want to just make sure there's nothing else here. Yeah, it's a little one. If it wasn't, yeah, you would have seen it. Yeah. Well, that deer, you did see a deer, but by the time I got it over here, it went over the ridge, so I have to find a new one. All right, my dad and Braden are gonna go. They're walking up over to this ridge over here, where that deer went over the edge. They're gonna go see if they can get eyes on it, because my dad said it wasn't. He said definitely if it was a buck, it wasn't a big buck. He didn't see any antlers, but if it's a spike or something like that, which is legal, it would be hard to see them. You know, especially with low light and things like that. So they're just gonna go see if they can relocate the deer and then verify if it's a buck or not. Found a deer.
That shot you heard was not us. I looked, it was in the right vicinity. I was like, oh man, is Braden shooting? And then I saw you guys looking that way. It's that black truck.
Oh guys, that deer I found looked to be just a doe. Keep glassing. Basically, that's two does this morning. Did you guys see the deer again when you were over there?
No.
Never saw it again? They didn't see the deer when they went over there. We did hear a shot, though. We did hear... Huh?
He's coming up to our road. He likes our spot.
He's coming up here?
Yeah. He's walking up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright guys, we moved spots. We had a gentleman, a nice hunter, come up and told us, he said, hey, I've been up here elk hunting, muzzleloader elk hunting all last week, and I've been watching a young 3-point come out in this section every day around 8 or 9 o'clock. And the spot that this guy was at was where I wanted to start this morning, but he was already here, so I couldn't go here. So I started in a different spot. Well, he came up to us and told us this information, said, hey, I'd like you guys to go, you guys go over there and hunt that if you want, because it's not big enough for something that he wants to shoot, so we'll see. This is the spot I wanted to be originally this morning, so be here and see if we can't find a deer. I think my dad sees a deer. Is he laying? What's he doing? I see him naked right there. It's a doe. deer number 3. Just a doe, but gotta check them all because if it's a spike, they're hard to tell. You gotta really look at them. So she's in a great spot for if she was a spike, but she's not. Gotta find a new one. Gotta find one with antlers. Alright guys, well, while we sit here and wait for the deer to pop out, we haven't seen much since that last doe, I figure it's a great time to share the verse of the day. Alright, today's verse comes from Psalms chapter 19, verse 1. It says, "The heavens proclaim the glory of God, the skies display his craftsmanship." I just found deer number 4. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on film. It's cruising down this hill. Dang, it went straight down that hill. It looked like a doe. I spotted it and it was just walking. Kind of like it was feeding, and then it just went straight down the hill like at a fast walk. Bummer. Gone. Well, that's 4 deer we've seen today. All does so far, but it's 9 o'clock on the button right now, and 4 deer. That's not bad. 4 deer by 9 o'clock. I'm gonna keep looking. Gotta find that buck. We got deer number 6, guys. Shucks.
You saw that with your eyes?
Deer number 6. No, I saw it with my binoculars. There she is. Man, we're seeing deer, which is good. Just all does. All we need is one to have spikes like this big, and Braden said he'll shoot it. He said he said he'll shoot any spikes as long as they're bigger than his. He shot one buck in his life, Blacktail, and it had like 2-inch spikes. He said as long as it's bigger than the buck I've got, I'll shoot it. So I just need a buck with 3-inch spikes to shoot, and everything we've seen today is doe. But 6 of them, and we got this guy over here doing crazy stuff. Well, it's been a lot of glassing, very little action since our last deer. Little deer we spotted bedded. We did see 2 other deer about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes ago. They ran across the road, so we're up to 8 deer today. But it's been pretty slow. It's been, I think we saw that deer bedded around like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and it's 1 o'clock now. So it's been pretty slow, but that's kind of what is to be expected from about 10 to, I don't know, 3, somewhere in there. 10 to 4. Kind of slows down, but you could still definitely catch them. A lot of times during this time of day, you just spend time glassing like we're doing. The deer they bed, but then midday they'll get up again, do a little feeding, or just get up and stretch around. So you got a chance if you just keep glassing this time of day to at least see something. You know, catch one getting up to eat its lunch, or just stretch its legs or whatever from laying down all day. But so far we really haven't seen that. Just the only ones we found in this midday is the ones that ran across the road in front of us. But I didn't get those on film because they were quick. Yeah, that's a doe, man.
Not a spike. Braden, don't shoot.
Don't shoot, but how do you feel? Did you find the deer in the scope? Yeah. Okay, there might be another one maybe. That ain't no buck. Well guys, that was kind of exciting for a second. We thought we were going to get to shoot a spike. We came around a corner and there were some guys in front of us, a truck in front of us, and they went, and we followed them for a minute, and then they stopped. They got out. They said, "Hey, you know where you saw us right back there? There was a spike right off the road." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He showed me on Onyx where it was, so I came up here. And there's a deer right where he said it was, but it is a doe. It is not a buck. Definitely a doe. So we thought, it was like, oh, it's right there, it's a spike, you know. Got excited, and then I just double checked with the binocular, you know, the 18s just to make sure. And yeah, definitely a doe, but it would have been perfect. 200 yards, like a 200-yard shot. Just standing.
Bummer.
It still's not even moving.
That means we need to find a big one.
But that's 9 deer though. Alright guys, I just found deer number 10 of the day. I can't tell if it's it looks like a doe, but it's hard to tell. I'm gonna keep looking at it, see if I can figure out if it's a spike or not. It's definitely not a big buck, if it is a buck. Just because I'd be able to see if it had anything more than spikes, but it's like 600 yards, so I gotta really look at it good to see if I can put any spikes on it. Man, from what I can tell, it's just a doe. I got a couple decent looks at its head. Nothing like, it still is like, kind of walks right behind a bush, and then it'll pull its head out from behind the bush for a second, and it kind of puts it back. So I've got a couple glimpses at its head. It looks like a doe. I don't see anything on it, but it keeps looking down like it's hearing something down below it, off to my left here. I'm gonna keep watching it, and I'll see if I can't find maybe there's another deer that I just can't see yet. I did find another deer. There is a second deer over there, but I can't tell what this one is either. Alright guys, well, just found deer number, looking at you, just found deer number 12. Looks to be a doe. But yeah, I just can't find the darn bucks today. I'm gonna keep looking. Sometimes you look long enough, they grow antlers. So, see if I can't grow antlers on this sucker. Alright guys, well, dark. Done with hunting today. That's our day. We ended up just seeing the 12 deer. The last deer that you guys saw us see, the doe bedded down in the clear cut, was our last doe. Last deer of the day. All 12 deer were does. No bucks, but it's a fun day. We did find these guys over here. That's Brad. It's really dark, but there's Mason over there. There they are. How was your guys' day?
Good.
What'd you see?
7 deer.
7 deer? Any bucks?
No bucks.
No bucks? That's neither.
Nope.
But you have a doe tag. Why aren't we shooting does?
He's holding out.
Holding out for the bucks.
Holding out with hope.
No. Alright guys, well, we'll see you guys in the next one.